Hey guys, welcome back to the Market Show. We are diving into Alphabet's Q2 2025 earnings. Alphabet just released its second quarter earnings yesterday after the market closed, and the results were fantastic. Let's break down the numbers directly from Alphabet's slides to see the full performance. You can find the PDF file in the description below or download it directly from Alphabet's Investor Relations website. Website link printed in the description. Okay, let's move on. First up, revenue. Alphabet Q2 revenue surged by 14% year over year to $96.42 billion. This is a significant jump compared to Q2 2024. Before we go further, a quick note for our new investors. All the financial figures you'll see here are in millions, except for percentages and earning per share (EPS). For example, when you see a numbers like 35,000, which is 35,000 millions, that actually means $35 billion. They put it in millions to skip some of the extra zeros here. Now, let's move on to cost and expenses. These are the resources that Alphabet spent to generate revenue. Cost of revenues was $39 billion. Second, research and development expenses, which are crucial for innovation, came in at $13.8 billion. Sales and marketing costs were $7 billion. And general and administrative expenses total $5 billion. Adding all these up, our total cost and expenses for the quarter were $65.15 billion. When we subtract this total cost from our total revenue, $96.42 billion minus $65.15 billion, which is $31.27 billion. This is our income from operations, which is Alphabet's profit directly from its core business operation. This figure for Q2 2025 was a strong increase, 14% year over year. Next, we look at other income or expenses. This can include things like interest income or other non-operating gain or losses that aren't specifically broken out here. For Q2 2025, this was a positive number, $2.66 billion. Adding this to our income from operations, we arrive at income before income taxes, which was $33.93 billion. This is the profit before any taxes are applied. Then we have the provision for income taxes, which is the estimated amount Alphabet expects to pay in taxes on its income. For this quarter, it was $5.73 billion. Keep in mind, this number can be adjusted slightly later on. Finally, after accounting for taxes, we are left with the net income, which is the total profit available to Alphabet shareholders for Q2 2025. Our net income was $28.19 billion. This $28.19 billion is the ultimate profit figure that benefits all investors, and it's what gets divided among all the outstanding shares. To calculate the diluted EPS we mentioned earlier, which is $2.31 per share. Okay, move on to next chapter. Hey everyone, if you have made it this far, thank you for sticking around. Just a quick moment to say that if you found this analysis helpful, a like or comment truly goes a long way. It helps new creators and new YouTubers immensely, and it doesn't cost you anything. So please consider it. This channel is built on total transparency, as you can see with my completely open portfolio. You are welcome to follow along with the journey. As a new content creator, your likes and shares are incredibly valuable and deeply appreciated. Move on to Alphabet revenues and operating income. We already went through this, and let me skip this part. And then Alphabet cost of revenues and operating expenses. Let me skip this part as well because we already went through this part. Next, move on to Google service and revenue and operating income. Google search and other revenue. This segment is up strong 12% year over year. You often heard headlines suggesting Google search is dying or that AI will kill Google search, with OpenAI taking over. But look at these numbers. They clearly prove that Google search is not only alive, but they are thriving with double-digit growth. That's not mediocre, that's fantastic business growth performance. My thesis is this: Google search evolving into AI search or AI mode is already integrated with Gemini. Traditional search as we know it might not exist in the next decade, but Google search will absolutely evolve because AI will evolve. AI search is going to be much bigger than traditional search. Let me tell you why. Think about it. Whenever you want to buy something, shop around, or find a restaurant, what's the natural human habit? We ask for recommendation from friends, family, asking about their experience with a product or a restaurant. With Google AI mode like Gemini being integrated, you won't have to ask anyone else. You can directly interact with the AI and get personalized recommendation. Google already has a star rating for the restaurants and products. This is the phenomenal foundation to get information and make buying decisions. I truly believe that AI search is one of the greatest innovations ahead of Google. This is my strong conviction. Move on. YouTube ads revenue increased 13% year over year. Then we have Google Networks, which decreased 1% year over year. Subscription platform and device, which include Google phones and other accessories, generated $11.2 billion, leaping an impressive 20% growth year over year. Overall, Google service revenue grew by 12% year over year. Now, regarding operating income, if a business is truly doing great, you will see its operating income growing. Google service operating income is a robust $33 billion, and its operating margin is strong at 40%. That's fantastic. Next, let's discuss Google Cloud revenue and operating income. Cloud is one of the greatest innovations of our time, and as an IT guy, I understand how data centers work. For any company to keep its data safe, secure, and fast, they traditionally have to invest massive amount of money in physical data center, including maintenance, 24 hours, air conditioning, server rack, and so much more. This represents a huge ongoing cost for corporation. But here's the fantastic part about the cloud business. Any company can now have the benefits of data centers without building physical infrastructure. I believe that in the next 5 to 10 years, most corporations will shift their data centers to the cloud. This market is led by 3 major players: Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. This makes Google Cloud a significant money printing machine for Google. As you can see, the cloud business's operating income is on continuous upward trajectory. Sometimes people wonder how a company as large as Google, already generating nearly $400 billion in revenue, can continue grow. Even a 10% growth on $400 billion is a substantial amount. This is where the growth truly relies. In the cloud, look at the growth rate. 32% revenue growth year over year. For Google Cloud, that's not ordinary, that's a phenomenal way to grow. Then we have Alphabet capital expenditure. This is a great indicator that the company is truly expanding and investing in its future growth. You can see capital expenditure shows continuous growth, increasing by remarkable 70% from the previous year in the Q2 2025. This means $22.44 billion was invested in Q2 2025 alone. This kind of expenditure are investment that are expected to generate further growth and return in the year to come. Finally, let's look at the trailing 12-month free cash flow. Free cash flow is the oxygen for any company. Trailing 12-month means we are looking at the last 4 quarters combined, with like Q3 2024, Q4 2024, Q1 2025, and Q2 2025. The total trailing 12-month free cash flow reached $66.72 billion. This is also up 10% year over year. That's it for our deep dive. Let me know what you think about the result. I'm pretty happy and I own Google, and at this valuation, if I ever have opportunity to buy more shares, I'll definitely buy more if there is any dip occur. That's all for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.